Hi everyone. I hope you are all well. Um, I want to make an update on the weight and the parts I recommend for this frame, the Wingsuit75. So don't worry about the look right now. It's just sanded. When it's eventually sprayed with a matte black, it will look really sleek. You're looking at something that's still in production. I mean, okay, yeah, this is done. It's just the spray paint remaining. But other than that, yesterday I was yesterday but one, I think, or yesterday. I was watching a live stream by Midnight Jesus. Thank you for your kindness, Midnight Jesus. Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you did for me. So yeah, I shared in the chat room that I'm working on a frame. I'm building. I've built a frame that I'm manufacturing the first batch right now, and you know he checked it out. He checked out the video on his live stream, and wow, I really appreciate that. Yeah, and there were some comments in there, or criticism that I actually took into consideration. You know, they talked about some of the people had concerns about the weight, and the initial weight of this frame was actually, at first it was 12 grams, then it went, I scraped it down all the way to 9, then went to 8, but now the final weight that I'm sticking to is 7 grams, 7.5, 7, around there. That's where I'm settling. I mean, it's the best, it's the sweet spot I can find without compromising on the strength of the carbon fiber. So yeah, I want to give you something. I want to give you a product that's strong and also light at the same time. But the lightest I can go for now is 7 grams. So I just want to thank Midnight Jesus for sharing this frame in his live stream, because you know people also shared their thoughts, and I found that quite profound to learn from. So so if I try to weigh right now, let's I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames here that I'm going to weigh. The first one is 7.9. Okay, let's say 7.6. The second one, 7.7. Seven point 7.3. $7.79, and the last one, 7.56. So we're all in 7 grams. So yeah, if you the beta FPV one that I did my first custom build was 5.59, 5.95, almost 6. So I will keep this frame. I have 3 of them, I think 3 or 4, but at least I'll keep one somewhere for remembrance, because this is the frame that inspired this journey. So yeah, I mean, so wherever you if you're making any considerations to buy the frame, just know it's 7 grams. And the motors to use are 1103 motors with the 4 mounting holes, the 8.5 millimeter diameter. The weight can go down if I mounted the holes right through, if I drilled the holes right through for the motors, you know, for the shaft. Like here, it's see-through. Here it's not a see-through because I want to protect that. You know, some people tend to lose, you know, the last, the stoppers at below, you know, at the bottom of the motors. So perhaps that could help. But if I drill right through, that will also take away some weight, trust me. But I left that not only to protect the motors, but also to protect the mounting holes, you know, to reinforce the strength, and also for uniqueness. I mean, if somebody sees that, they'll be like, what? That frame doesn't have a hole in the middle? I mean, somebody looks at it and like, wow, that's strange. But then they look at this side and then they understand this is the top. This is the top side of the plate. And then also it's built based on the Beta FPV F4 12 amp 1S 1S flight controller. So you will know that you sorry, you will be able to mount your flight controller. You know, this is the part where the USB goes. So but I'm sure if your USB is not at the bottom and it's at the top, you know, that shouldn't be a problem. Any flight controller really should be able to work. I mean, yeah. And I know some people will go 2 ways on these, but I recommend 1S because you know, for the weight, 2 ways tends to have a high pitch, you know, when you're flying. So that's why I don't recommend that. For 2S, we'll have a build for that. Also, you know, we'll need bigger props and you know, larger frame, slightly larger frame, you know, so that we compromise or try to make it a little bit quiet. But all in all, this is what you need to know about the Wingsuit 75. I mean, I would love to see your builds, you know, to share if perhaps somebody builds something and you could tag me in the video, and then I'm able to see, you know, your builds, your custom builds when you buy the frames. But yeah, that's where I am. And I think an all-in-one flight controller can also fit here. I'm sure the Happy Model ones can, you know, fit there. Another thing is I built this frame based on my own research and custom builds. So the motors are soldered. They are not using plugs, you know, because I didn't design this for using plugs, But again, if you can seat a flight controller with a plug right there, I don't know how you do it, but if you're able to do that, fine. But that would be extra weight, so I don't know how you'll be able to do that because I haven't tried it myself. Well, at least on this, I flew it first with the plugs, and then I soldered. I mean, if you can still fly this maybe with the plugs, but it won't look as neat as it should. The flight controller will be too high and all that. Plus, the plugs sitting down there, them being plastic and creating vibrations, especially now if you have a digital build, that will be a problem because the plastic sits on the carbon fiber, and when the motors start moving, those slight vibrations that come through the arms, only that these are two arms, so they will reduce the vibrations compared to this, which was a single arm. The vibrations coming through here, but also it has this reinforcement that not only makes it stronger, but also reduces the vibrations. These micro vibrations that you might dismiss with these frames. So that's why I also built this with two arms, just like that. With these two arms holding the motors to also try to help with the vibrations. So when you're flying, it doesn't shake a lot, and also for strength. I mean, it can be lighter if it's using one arm. Imagine I built this frame with one arm, to the motors. It will be very, very light. But what I can say is that all talk is cheap without action, so you have to test it yourself. But I would recommend that you solder the motors on for you to avoid any disappointment, because that's how I built it and that's how best I was able to enjoy it. And the build should be around 36 grams. If you're using 1103 motors now, like I use 1103 motors from Beta FPV, they all are 3 grams each. The frame is 7 grams, so 3 plus 3, that's 12, 12 something, plus 7, that's about 19 grams, plus the flight controller, plus the battery. So it should mount, or it should total to about 36 grams. 36 grams. Not higher than 36 grams. So yeah, 1S 36 grams, and yeah, you get to enjoy your quad. The thing I love about this quad, it's silent, and that's because I was even using the HQ props, the 2-inch ones, the I don't know what they're called. I shared them in a video, but now I can imagine using props like the Emax, the Avan, the 2-inch or the 2.5. I can imagine how silent it can get, because they have a higher pitch, and their design is way more quiet. So yeah, that's what we have. If anybody has any questions, you're welcome, but I've pretty much summed everything up. You know the weight to expect. 7 grams, nothing more than 7 grams. You're not going to be in 8 grams or 9 or 10. So from that you can start calculating your build. And then, when this whole thing grows, then I can start making custom builds, and I sell a fully built drone, or tiny whoop to sell. I would love that. I would love to actually sell a full drone, a bind and fly. But I don't have the finances to start, doing it on a mass scale. So for now, we'll start with the frames, and then the frames will finance all the way to the next builds and all that. So the next builds I want to do are digital, and perhaps with that I can see how to start making bind and flies. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, and again I would like to thank each and every one that has critiqued this build. The improvements you talked about. Commander Gago was the first. He advised me to trim down, and I did. So please, I will not take any criticism rudely or feelings hurt. No, I really want to produce something really good. And even after you receive your frame and you let me know your thoughts, just be honest, be honest. Because I myself here, I'm trying to be also honest with everything that I'm doing. I'm not just selling this for a business. I do want to make business, and I am for it 100%. But again, I also want to provide something worthwhile, something worth your money, and that in itself will advertise itself, something unique, because no one has created anything like this in the FPV community. It's a small dead cat frame with no props in view, with a lower camera angle. I mean, I would like to provide 2 canopies, one with a lower camera angle and one with a higher camera angle, so that you can choose when to fly. So yeah, that's where I am now. So yeah, take care, and God bless you.